Alright, well, hey, we're down at Timeless Arts Refinishing in Grand Rapids, Michigan. 616-453-8309. We're going to be working on this little Philco Model 80 radio here. We're going to be stripping her down. And it's already partially stripped to begin with. Looks like somebody stripped it. Actually, looks like somebody sanded most of the finish off it. So right now we're just applying a little paste stripper to it. And we're doing this video here on my new camcorder on a tripod, so I'm really hoping that it is going to come out and you can actually see me in it. So. As I get started, I already noticed a little bit of loose veneer on it, which will have to be repaired. Okay, we'll just let that set for a second. Put on some little gloves. Lightly steel wool with the grain. A little bit around here across the grain just to kind of loosen that up. I'm not really left-handed, but I can use my left hand almost as good as my right. But I'm going to switch over here so you can... I'm just going across here one quick time and across here one light time. There I'm going with the grain to loosen it up. Now that is the first coat. I'm going to give it one more coat here and that will pretty much take care of that. So once again, we are stripping a little Philco 80 to 0 radio here. I also noticed that this radio has some scratches going across the grain from the previous person that played with it, maybe trying to strip it. It looks like somebody kind of attempted to strip it one time before, but we should be able to sand that stuff out. There's not much finish on this radio. If this radio had a thicker finish on it, I would have been letting the stripper set a little bit longer than what I did, but there's not a whole lot of finish on this radio. Looks like somebody attempted to strip it one time before, so there's that. Okay, now clean this little work surface off here. Hard to get a nice clean piece when you've got stripper on the table, so you need to clean that up a little bit too. And once all the stripper is off it, I will be able to let it dry overnight. Then I'll be able to start on my repairs. There's all that. Now we're going to come around and kind of the bottom. Stripper off the back. Clean the stripper off the inside and the back of the front. Okay. There's all of that. It's looking pretty good, but she ain't quite completed yet. Okay, so after I get that far, I got rags all over the place, but I wandered up to the back of my van to get a clean rag here. Lacquer thinner here. That starts to bring it to life. It's starting to look pretty nice right there. Let me get another little glove on here. Alright, there we go. Put that back down. Okay, so we just stripped it. It's water soluble. You can use water to clean it up when you're done stripping it. I choose to use lacquer thinner because if there's any type of a residual finish left on there, the lacquer thinner will take it off, and with water it'll clean the stripper, but it will not remove any finish that possibly could be left on there. This is a good time here to clean it out of the cracks thoroughly. I mean, this little radio has a few little grooves and cracks in it. So, now of course this is just a start here after I get it stripped and cleaned with thinner. Tomorrow I will glue it up and do any repairs I have to. There's some repairs on the side here, there's some nails in here and crap. I don't know if I can dig them nails out. I may have to countersink them. Sometimes when you try to dig a nail out, you do more damage than what you did, than what you had before you started. So we'll see what we can do with that. That was somebody that was trying to put it back together and use some nails on it. So we'll probably countersink them down in there and bury the heads. If I can pull them out without damaging your radio, I will. Okay, it's looking pretty good. The inside looks okay, the back looks okay. So, there she is, all stripped. I hope you can get a good view of this little radio here. So tomorrow I'll come back. We've got some loose veneer on this side here where I'm pushing on my thumb. We got some nails in here. You got a little missing piece in here. I'm going to be fixing this little piece in here. Fixing this up here where the molding's a little mucked up. Either removing or countersinking these 4 nail heads in the front. Same thing here, you got a couple nail heads here. Other than that, the radio is in pretty good shape. The few little sanding scratches going across here from somebody that played with this radio before. I don't know the story of it, but somebody played with it. So anyhow, she's all stripped down. Tomorrow we start with the repairs on this one. And I'll give you a call later on tonight to talk to you about this radio. So thank you.